stop sharing. We can start it at 11:05. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, now I am seeing you.
Right, right. Yeah, we are able to
Your
see the
smiling faces, young generation.
Good morning, Sanskriti.
Good morning.
Okay, we have one more Sanskriti here. She's our designer, Sanskriti Ore.
Okay.
Hi, very good morning, everyone.
So it's a milap of two Sanskritis.
Yeah.
Ojas is also there, no? Ojas Patil, I am seeing. Yeah. Good morning. Atharva is there. Sanskriti More is there.
Everyone,
Yes.
good morning. Wish you all a good morning.
So your this series is going very well. So far, 2 episodes had already done, no?
Yes. More than
Yes,
two, no?
ma'am.
Three. It's a fourth, no?
No, ma'am, it's
Or
third.
third. It's
Third.
third, yeah.
This is third.
Yes, yes, it's third, yeah. One was there on 26th. Yeah, 26th. Second one was there, no? On 26th.
Yes, ma'am.
I think 4 years back, before starting of this Rotary Club at your college, in modern college, I think Sanskriti you had delivered one like lecture in their
Yes.
student association, electrical students association or something. But by the time the students must have passed, I mean, this must be the new batch of the students because it
Yes,
must
yes.
be 3 4 years back, right, Sanskriti?
Yeah.
Right. So the association with
Hello.
modern college is very old. I mean, Tinkerbell Labs and modern college is always closely connected with each other.
Hello, Varsha and
So
Sanskriti.
it's a second chance for Sanskriti. Yeah.
Yeah. And for
Uday has also joined. Yeah.
correct. And for all these new, I mean, Rotary members, I would like to
Yeah.
very proudly say that Rotary Club of Pune Metro is one of the guiding force and support system of Tinkerbell Labs since it was a college project in second year. I mean, I remember that we had a presentation in our club meeting
Club
of
meeting.
their
Yeah.
whatever project was there. It was not product at that
Yes.
time.
In
And
BV Rao. In BV Rao Hall.
Correct,
Yes.
right.
Yes.
And
I remember that.
correct. I would like to share with all the Rotaractors that we had already installed 2 Annie smart classes, at one at Alandi School and one at Bhosri School. So
Jagruti.
if anybody is further interested, they may go and visit that actual live demonstration of the products also and can interact with the school people also, if anybody is interested afterwards, right?
And you can talk with beneficiaries also.
Precisely. Amita, where is Amita?
Hello, Amita. Amita is there? I didn't saw her.
Mhm. She might be joining later. So Manasi is this type. I mean, who is the president of Rotary Club this year?
Hello, good morning, ma'am. I'm Protractor
Hello,
Vaibhav
she
Lakshmi.
is Vaibhavi Lakshmi.
Yes,
Oh,
ma'am.
great. Yeah, right. Nice to interact with you.
Where is Amita? I didn't see her, no?
Hmm.
I will call her.
Yeah.
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, all.
Hi, good morning.
Hello, Ajinkya. Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
All the club presidents, please ask your members to join fast. We'll start within 2 minutes.
Hello, Amita is joining in 2 minutes.
Okay, ma'am. Good morning, Amita ma'am.
Hello, Amita. Good morning.
Good morning. I have a little bit of network issues, so my camera is not starting.
It's okay, Amita.
Ma'am, it's already 11:10. So shall we start with our today's
Yeah.
episode?
Yes, let us start.
Please go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Hi,
Retractor
Sanskrit.
Shivam,
How are
please
you?
start with it.
Hi, I'm good. Okay, good morning, everyone. Am I audible and visible?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Okay, fine. Uh, Once again, good morning, everyone. Hello, I
Good
am
morning.
retractor. I am retractor Shivam Kadam, Triple RO of Rotrack Club of Electrical MCA Metro, and your host for today's episode of EPIC, which stands for Enterprise, Passion, Inspiration, and Conviction. I request all the presidents to color themselves. Okay, thank you. Now I would like to request Protractor Vaibhav Bobde, President of President of our club, to call meeting to order. Over to you, Protractor Vaibhav.
Meeting call to order.
Thank you, Protractor Vaibhav. Now I request Protractor Vinmay Khandode to proceed with national anthem and four-way test.
I would like to urge everyone to please stand up for the national anthem. the four-way test. And on behalf of everyone, I would like to pledge that of the things we think, say, or do, is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendship? Will it be beneficial to all concerned? Thank you. Thank you, everyone. And now I would like to hand over to Protractor Gabriel.
Okay. Thank you, Rotractor Vinmay. Chase the vision, not the money. The money will end up following you. If our vision is focused on helping our identified target market to solve any problem, and we are truly focused on it, success and money will surely follow you. After our first and second successful episode of Epic, we are again back with our third amazing episode, Startup Demystified. In recent years, startups have been receiving increased attention in many parts of the world. In India, the number of startups has increased rapidly and more support is available in all dimensions. Due to vast commercial
Best to every one of you and great session. Over to your host. Thank you for having me here.
Thank you, ma'am. Your words enlightened us all. Sanskriti Davle, ma'am. Ma'am is a graduate from Birla Institute of Technology and
special needs from pure academic curiosity, but the inspiration to actually turn it into something bigger than that definitely came from seeing the users interact with it. I think you're on mute, Ajinkya.
Okay. Yes, sorry, ma'am. Yes. Yes, ma'am. There are a lot of things ahead of us. The main thing is our visual ability, how we look that things from our creativity, and that was really great creativity, ma'am. Let's go on to the next question, ma'am. Tinkerbell Lab is mainly focused on virtually embed people. So, what was the story behind this startup idea, which is specially focuses on visually embed people?
That's it. I don't have a particular personal connect before I started this company, but as my work brings me in contact with many children and teachers, I think they continue to be an ongoing inspiration.
Yes, ma'am. That's really good, ma'am. Let's go to the next question. Human being is the best creation of God because every human has different ability and creativity. And some people uses their creativity in their business. But the patience and the small steps is the keys of the success. And some people will forget these key points. So, ma'am, from your professional experience, what are the keys and main areas of focus for successful startup?
Okay, that's a huge question. I'll try to answer it as best as I can. I think the first part is identifying whose problems are you solving. That's the first part. Then who is willing to pay you to solve those problems? That's the second part. And I think the answer keeps changing every few months as you scale. So I think that is the most consistent critical part. Like, you need to be prepared to tackle new challenges every few months, because what you need to do to succeed changes. And that in the best case scenario, what you need to do is going to change every 6 months or so. So yeah, I think having that openness to continuously learn, and one thing that startups don't offer is, like, you can't really stay in a comfort zone, because every day there are new things, there's a new challenge. So I think that ability to sort of constantly stay on your feet is very critical. And in addition to that, I think there's a lot of luck involved, and a lot of factors aligning and timing, and all of those things are there. But I think there is something to be said about keeping your effort and hustle ongoing. And I've often found that the more you hustle, the more likely you are to get lucky. I won't say there is no luck element, but your effort is proportional. Like your luck is proportional to the effort you put in. So having a lot of belief in yourself is also super critical, and I think there will be times when you don't have faith in your own idea, and it is so important to surround yourself with people, your colleagues, your co-founders, your family, your friends, who will give you that support when needed. So I think that is also something anyone interested in running a startup should consciously develop. I realized that a lot of the things I said have been very generic, but I wanted to stick to the generic things because lots of startup ideas are very different from each other. So the challenges of say a hardware startup are very different from say a restaurant business, or very different from again a software business or something like that. But I think for entrepreneurship in general, these are a few guiding principles. Find what motivates you, and then keep doing it constantly while trying to gauge what the market needs from you. I hope that makes sense.
Yes, ma'am. Believe in ourselves. Patience is the key point which will be given by you. We will always remember these key points. And every equation has their different solution. Yes, ma'am. We should try our best to give our best to any equation. So, shall we move toward the next question, ma'am? A mentally strong person can take any risk in their business to grow their business, to increase their business. But sometimes this risk taking ability is the main cause of their failure. So, according to you, what are the risks and causes of failure in any startup, and how to deal with such cases? And we would like to hear if you share your experience, how you tackle situations, if you have any.
Sure. So I think there's no success or failure in the absolute as such. If you keep trying multiple things, you are guaranteed to fail at most of them. And I think with anyone that is aspiring to run a startup, like be prepared for lots of failure. Uh, Basically, you have to have the patience to fail enough number of times such that you see your successes coming as well. That is that's definitely what I'd like to say with respect to failure. Like um, any sales job also involves, like if you go out and try and sell things to 100 people, you have to be prepared for like 99 rejections so that one person says yes, right? So that's similar to a startup. Like you will do many things and you will fail at a lot of things, and you need to be okay with failing at a lot of things so that you can find that one successful thing. And so I will say how to deal with failure is just persistence. You keep going. You don't let the failure stop you, because if you fail enough number of times, you will end up succeeding as well. So you don't really deal with failure. You take the hit and then you start again anyway, because you want to be successful on your next try. And that I think any startup is just that entire journey of many failures punctuated with enough success if you keep going.
And ma'am, we would like to hear your experience about such situations.
Where do I begin, really? So I think the pandemic was a very tough time for every company, right? So we were looking at in India, for example, the entire the entire government focus had shifted to COVID and COVID related logistics, which is very understandable. That is the need of the hour, and that is what government resources were focused on. So that put us in a bit of a bind, thinking, okay, what do we do as an special needs education company? How do we survive? So we did a few things internally. We actually sort of divided the team into a few sections. One of them would continue to maintain the conversations and relationships we had around Annie, and other people try and do other things so that the financial period, the financial stability of the company tides over. So at that time, we did services projects. We also thought of ideating for new products to meet the changing market, right? So one of the ideas that we were trying to do was a temperature monitoring gun. So everyone started measuring temperatures at the beginning of the pandemic, right? And so we thought, okay, what more value can we add to this, bringing our strengths? So we built connected hardware before and getting insights from how people are using that. So we thought let's bring that here. And I mean, we didn't know ourselves whether this was a good enough idea. So we were pitching it to government authorities, and we actually got a grant to develop this idea. And that was way back in, I think, May 2020, where the Department of Science and Technology actually gave us a grant to develop models with connected temperature guns, so that you could try and reduce containment zones. So at that point, when we had containment zones, there were entire areas would be blocked out, and then that would result in economic loss. So the problem statement was, how do you minimize the containment zone such that you are dealing with the safety, you're dealing with it as safely as possible without jeopardizing economic activity in the area. And the way we were trying to do that was to deploy connected temperature guns across the city and then build dynamic models to see where micro containment zones should be laid out. Now, the problem here is none of us have ever been through a pandemic before. And even what the government says, they want the tech sector to develop, policy is in another direction entirely. So the whole concept of containment zones was obsolete in a few months. So we developed the technology, we developed the algorithms, we had a government grant supporting us to develop all of this, but ultimately it didn't end up getting implemented. And that's just it, because government policy itself changed. At the beginning, they were saying, we want to reduce the economic impact of lockdown and containment zones. And then the whole concept of containment zone was only rendered obsolete due to economic necessity. So that was a big sort of learning experience for us as well, saying that if you are working with a very dynamic environment, you have to be prepared for the thing that you build from a technologically sound perspective might not fit into your government's or policy needs anymore. So that's one example that I'd like to share. But I think with failure or with success or with anything really, it's really important to sort of retrospect on your decision making and see what you can take away from that. And for us, what we realized was, okay, we were relying completely on what we were hearing from, say, the Department of Science and Technology, which had been tasked to fund innovations for COVID. So we were relying entirely on their input, whereas the actual decision makers on the ground is not Department of Science and Technology, it is the Home Ministry who are actually going to make these decisions. So that was our takeaway. And I think after every I don't know, few months or so, if you set yourself into the habit of reviewing your decisions, say, okay, if given everything that I knew back then, did I take all the factors into account while making my decision? And you still might end up, getting an unfavorable outcome. But as long as you can trust yourself and trust your decision-making skills, you are still pretty much in the best possible outcome. So that's one example.
Yes, ma'am. We are delighted that you share your experience. And problem तो है सबके साथ, बस नजर एक ही है बात. And yes, आम्ही ट्राय करेन सगळे की त्याकडे त्या पद्धतीने बघण्याचा. And failure is the steps of the success. And yes, pandemic situation is the worst part for everyone's life. And yes, hope so. Everything will be going to be okay in next few months. So let's move to the next question, ma'am.
I would actually like to add to my answer because I forgot the other part of it. So we had ensured that during this time, there were a few members of our team that were focused on what next for Annie, right? And we realized that in India, people are going to be focused on COVID for a bit. So then we decided to focus on our international outreach. And a lot of factors sort of aligned there, where internationally, remote learning is the new standard now, and visually impaired children were getting left behind because their sighted friends who were learning on Google Meet or Zoom or whatever it is and you couldn't teach Braille remotely like that. So the demand for Annie shot up internationally, and what brought on the closing of doors on one side actually opened up new doors somewhere else, and that was the other side of the whole thing. I mean, we would have been still, had none of this ever happened, I don't think we would have approached international markets with the same zeal that we did. And a lot of our company's growth, and I'm very confident that future growth will also come from international clients. So that shift in focus, I don't think it would have happened had it not been for the pandemic. So what closes one door will open the next door. You just have to continuously be looking for it. I wanted to add that to my previous answer.
Yes, ma'am, and that was a really nice one, ma'am. It's really great to know that we are going to hear some golden words from you. So let's move to the next question, ma'am. First, any startup idea is virtually created in our mind, but for the practical implementation, we need proper financial management before and during startup. So, ma'am, what are your thoughts about financial management before and during startup, and what factors should be focused by newcomers regarding the financial management and budget management?
So I think, I mean, this is my personal view. I am aware that there are many solo entrepreneurs out there, but for me personally, it has been extremely helpful to have a strong team. So we have 4 co-founders who started the company, which meant that one of us could focus on just trying to get the money in and ensure that the startup survives. And that was from the very beginning as well. So before we even started up, while we were still in college, we were applying to a lot of business plan competitions with cash prizes to try and get as much cash as we could possibly get. And so that is a full-time job in itself, trying to get money, fundraising, and building the relationships that will allow you to fundraise later. So I think personally for me, that was a learning along the journey, saying, okay, there have been so many times when I've been focusing on the fundraising part, and I don't feel like I worked on the problem I set out to work on. Because am I building the product? No. Am I delivering it to my users? No. Am I training my children? No. But still, the fundraising aspect is very critical for the survival of your business. So sort of understanding that from the get-go, I wish I had sort of internalized that sooner, and that is what I would like to share with you with respect to financing. So if you really are serious about an idea, unless you already have your funding sorted, please build a team such that someone in the team can take care of the financing, because it is a regular challenge, right? At every stage of the company, you think, okay, I have enough to run at this scale, but to grow, you actually need more money than you have. So at every point, this will be a continuous challenge, because if you want to grow your company, you are going to want more than you have. And so how to get that, how to grow the business along with that, is not product work, is not sales work. It is company survival work. So that is, recognizing that and building a team, I think, was what helped me. I am in awe of people who do it by themselves. But that is what I would like to share with people here. In terms of budgeting, also, I mean, this is I don't know what else to say that would be new information, but there is the right decision at every scale, and there's no objective right and wrong. Like, okay, should I book a flight to travel from place A to place B, or should I take a bus? Should I take a train? So many factors go into that decision, and it's important to weigh out your opportunity cost, saying, if I wasn't taking a flight right now, what else would I do with that money? What else would I do with that time? What would I gain from this, if not by spending on this? So trying to figure out the best thing to spend on. Sometimes it is the costlier option or whatever, but I think the correct financing and budget skills also require a big amount of self-belief. And another benefit of building a team is also that typically people have very different perspectives about money. So if you will benefit by having different perspectives from your partners about how to spend money. You will learn how to communicate and convince your teammates of, yes, I think we should be spending on this. So having that diversity of voices in the room has always been really helpful. That way you neutralize the risks. So you mentioned something earlier about, okay, risk taking ability is essential, but that can lead to failure. I think you exponentially minimize your risk of failure if different people are involved in the decision making and all of them have their own um, um, blind spots. So you are covered as a team. You still take the best prudent decision, even if everyone has their own individual biases. So I don't have anything particular to share about finance and budgeting apart from this. Build a team and listen to them.
Yes, ma'am, we can tackle any situation with proper management with the team. And yes, earning is important, but their financing for the budget management is also most important thing. Yes, we learned something new, really, ma'am. Let's go on to the next question. Yes, previously I told that human being is the best creation of God. That we have different abilities and creativity. Now I'm going to add one thing is that every human being has different hobbies, and some people choose their path in such a way that they will maintain or enjoy their hobbies. So, ma'am, my question is for you that is my voice how was it then? One sec, ma'am.
Yeah, I
Network
can
issue.
hear you now.
Okay, is my voice is clear?
Yeah.
Okay, so ma'am, my question is for you that is there any particular hobby which inspire you to go on with this career, or in short, how do you connect your favorite hobby with your career?
Uh, I don't think I do, to be honest. Um, for me, hobbies are a way of disconnecting from work and sort of rejuvenating myself. And I really like quizzing. I used to love. I was an avid quizzer right from school days, and these days I think you have quizzes on Zoom and uh, pub quizzes. So uh, I try and get my dose of quizzing every week or so. I'm a part of a few quiz clubs, and I actually really appreciate that they are very different from my work. So I will say that if you have hobbies, I mean, it's great to love the work you do. For me personally, it is very important that I don't think I could do the work I do without truly deeply caring for it. But it is also important to care about a lot of other things to sort of maintain a balance, I think. So I don't think I do. I do draw inspiration from my hobbies. I think hobbies recharge me so that I can bring my best self to work.
Yes, man, everyone should maintain their hobbies. Some people will choose their path where they can't enjoy their hobbies. Yes, destination is death, but we have to enjoy the every moment of our life. So, ma'am, at last, what do you want to tell for today's generation?
Ah, wow, I I have no words because I thought I was today's generation. Okay, so I mean, I don't have advice to give as such. I think all of you are a very great, motivated lot, and it's a Sunday morning. You're here to listen to someone talk about their business or whatever. I don't think there is anything I need to tell you. Um, just, I mean, I don't think that this I need to say this, but ensure you sort of play to your strengths. You all of you are in you're a part of Road Track Club. You're connected with RCPM. I have personally been in your shoes when I was a college student and I had an idea, and everyone at RCPM was so encouraging, and they gave such invaluable inputs at every point of the journey, and all of you are a part of that network, and that that is that is a big strength. So do use your strengths when you start up, because that's a big part of anything in life, really. I think you all have you're incredibly lucky to be a part of such a community, and I am sure all of you will go on to do amazing things supported by this great organization.
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you so much, ma'am. It was really amazing talk with you, and I'm sure that each and everyone present here learned something new. Uh, and if anyone has a question, then they can ask through feedback form. We will be provided in the chat box. Now I will hand over to Rotrector Shiva. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much, ma'am, and thank you to you too, Rotractor Ajinkya. Now, I request all our attendees to turn on your cameras for group photo. Okay, is it done, Vinmay? Hello, Vinmay.
Yes, yes.
Okay, thank you. Uh, Now, I would like to invite Protractor Swapnali Nigde to deliver the vote of thanks. Over to you, Swapnali.
Thank you, Road Tractor Shivam. Hello and good afternoon, everyone. Myself, Road Tractor Swapnali Nigde. A mentor is someone who sees more talent and ability within you than you see in yourself and helps bring it out of you. It is such an honor for me to have the opportunity to thank all the dignitaries. So today, I will thank Sanskriti Dawle ma'am for being here and giving your valuable time. Yes, our participants got ideas from your inspiring words, and surely it will be beneficial to our future. Also, I would like to thank Rotarian Amita Nene ma'am for providing support to make the event successful. I extend my gratitude to all the Rotarians for supporting and mentoring us throughout the event. I must thank you, Gazetteer of Zone 4, Rotractor Samskriti More ma'am, for your motivating words. Now, I would like to thank our collaborating club, Rotrack Club of Silver City Midtown, Rotrack Club of Computer MCU Metro, Rotrack Club of Panvel Industrial Town, Rotrack Club of Jamshoro, and Rotrack Club of IMCC. Last but not the least, I would like to thank our audience for your presence. Your presence has inspired us. We ought to do more better in our upcoming episodes with such amazing talks. Thank you everyone once again for making it a great success. Thank you. Hand over to you, Rotakta Vaibhavi.
Thank you so much, Retractor Swapnali. I hope that each and everyone here got to learn something new, and it was surely a great talk, ma'am. And thank you so much for taking out time from your schedule and being here with us. So, with this, we officially come to an end of today's episode. And stay tuned for the next episode, which we'll be having in the November month. So, meeting adjourned.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, ma'am.
It was a grand meeting, wonderful presentation and wonderful question answers. In fact, we too came to know about Sanskriti's work and everything, and it was a great experience for me too. Thank you, everybody. Keep it up. Bye.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much, everyone. Have a great Sunday ahead.
Excellent episode, guys. Okay, keep it up. Let us meet for the next episode.